In today's Fluval Upgrade video, we're going to be talking about adding biofiltration media to your Fluval EVO, how it will help improve your system, and how simple it actually is. What is up, my fish tank guys and girls? So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about biofiltration, as I mentioned in the intro, and I'm going to be talking about what I am going to add into my Fluval EVO that I think that you guys would also benefit by using. Now, before we get into the actual product that I'm going to be using and how I'm going to use it in the aquarium, let's briefly touch upon biofiltration. What is biofiltration? Well, actually, you already have biofiltration in your aquarium if you have live rock. That's right. Biofiltration is essentially that beneficial bacteria that everyone talks about when cycling an aquarium, and everyone talks about having in your aquarium long term to make sure that you have zero ammonia, zero nitrites, and low levels of nitrates. What that beneficial bacteria does is it breaks down those more harmful chemicals and toxins and converts them into less harmful toxins that will be okay in your aquarium environment. So why would you want to have more biofiltration in your system? Well, it helps especially for a smaller aquarium like this because it's really easy for large fluctuations to occur because of a smaller volume of water. Let's say, for example, that you have a fish die, or maybe you have a snail get attacked by a bunch of hermits and they're chomping away at it, and all of that, yucky dead stuff is floating into the water, and that is ammonia. That's going to create ammonia in your system. Now, if you have a lot of biofiltration media in your aquarium, most of that ammonia should be quickly converted to nitrates and then to nitrites, the less harmful version. However, if you don't have enough biofiltration in your aquarium, you might see your ammonia levels start to creep up a little bit, and your coral and your other fish could be affected. So it's always a good idea to have a decent amount of biofiltration media, like I said, especially if you're dealing with a smaller tank, such as the Fluval EVO 13.5 gallon. So what did I choose to put into my Fluval to help me improve and increase the amount of biological filtration that I actually have? Well, I went with Marine Pure Gems. I'm actually going with Marine Pure Gems. I got these for Christmas. They were on my Christmas list. Thank you, Santa. And I'm going to show you guys what these are. I'm going to talk to you about them a little bit, and then I'm going to talk to you about how I'm going to put them into my aquarium. So before I show you the product itself, I'm just going to read you what I think the company is Marine Pure. I'm going to read you what Marine Pure says are the benefits of having these in your aquarium system. High surface area and open porosity, I believe it's porosity, for maximum beneficial bacteria growth, to eliminate ammonia and nitrite and to reduce nitrates. 135 square meters of surface area per box, and this is a little box, right? Lowers tank maintenance by reducing water changes and costly chemicals, and it's inert and chemically stable. Now, one of the things that I want to say is it can help to reduce the amount of water changes you need. However, I would be very cautious, especially when your tank is younger, in a more immature tank. Don't necessarily think to yourself, I'm going to put these into my aquarium and then I can just ignore water changes and I don't need to do them anymore. That's not the case. Your water changes do more than just lower the amount of nitrates that you have in your water. They replenish, nutrients and elements and minerals and different things like that. So you don't necessarily want to cut out water changes completely. However, like I said, this will help in terms of the chemicals they mentioned: ammonia, nitrates, nitrites, and but again, be cautious. Don't necessarily think you're going to put these in and then you never have to do water changes again. I mean, that would be incredible. Everybody on the entire planet Earth would own these if these replaced water changes. So that being said, I'm going to show you guys what these look like here. All right, they come in a small bag like this. I'm gonna set this to the side. Okay, just again, for reference, okay, this is what they say directions for use are. Rinse them to remove loose particles, which I'm gonna do, and I'll cut that footage in so you guys can see it. Place gems in canister filter. Hang on the back filter or I didn't read that very well. Place gems in canister filter, comma. Hang on the back filter or nano tank filter system, which is what I'm going to do here in the rear chambers. Best results are achieved when the gems are placed in your after your system's mechanical filtration. And the reason they say that is they want you to put your mechanical filtration first, so it grabs all the big particles and pieces and stuff floating around in your water, because that's not what you want these to become. You don't want these to be filled with detritus and gunk like that. You just want them to be filled with that beneficial bacteria. So you want to put them after your mechanical filtration. And I'll explain where I'm going to put them in the Fluval, and you guys can probably do something similar for the best results. Okay? So here are the gems themselves. I'm going to try to, I don't know, can you see that? Will it zoom in? Will it focus? I don't know if it'll focus. Anyway, these are real little pieces of, I believe they're like ceramic, right? Rock. They have a ton of holes in them. That one's not a great example. Maybe this one's a better example. Can you guys see it? Kind of, a little blurry. All right. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of these in this bag. All right. And it says that that box will support 70 gallons. I don't know what that means. Does that mean that, you know, if you put these in a 70-gallon tank, you don't need any live rock? Does it mean that, I don't know what that means. Doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, so I'm not going to use this whole bag in this aquarium because I'm going to use some of these in my BioCube as well. So I'll maybe use like a third of them and then put the other 2/3 in my BioCube, because my BioCube's a 30-gallon tank, 29, and this is 13. So that makes sense, you know, like a third in here and 2/3 in there, right? Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these in the second chamber. Now, the second chamber houses my heater currently, and a lot of people will put their additional biofiltration media in the second chamber. They'll move their heater to the third chamber, and they'll just roll with it. Well, my heater is a little bit longer, and I tried to put my heater in the third chamber, but it ran into my return pump, and it wouldn't quite fit. I mean, it would be like 3/4 in the water, but I want the whole thing in the water. So I was like, what should I do? You know, I had some ideas about these in the first place, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to go with my original idea, but I'm just going to make some adjustments. So one of the things about mechanical filtration media is, like I mentioned, when you do your water changes, you're going to want to, you know, remove them from your system and swish them around in your old aquarium water to just get the yucks and the detritus and the buildup out of them to keep them functioning properly, because mechanical filtration can also become nitrate factories themselves if you leave them alone and let them build up all of that stuff. They actually become a detriment to your system unless you include them as part of your maintenance. So I want to keep maintenance simple. So I see a lot of people putting, you know, biological filtration into their sump or into the rear chambers, and every time they do maintenance, they pull each piece out one at a time. I thought to myself, I don't want to do that. That looks like a pain in the butt. So what I'm going to do instead is build a little box or cage, like a media basket almost, just for my biological filtration media. So all I did here is I took a piece of egg crate and I measured the remaining space in chamber 2. So I still have my heater in chamber 2. I'll show you guys this, you know, cuts, like I'll cut to, you know, the inside of the chamber. But I measured the space left over, and this is what I was left with. And you can see that it's not huge, right? It's not like a huge basket, but they're telling me I don't need very many of these to greatly improve the health of my system. So I don't need this basket to be huge. And then the benefit of doing something like this, you know, is that when I do my maintenance, I can reach in, pull this out, put it in my bucket, swish it around a little bit, swish it around, right? Put it right back in my chamber, we're off to the races. I don't have to pull these gems out one at a time, right? And plop them in the bucket and swish them around, then go find them and then pull them out one at a time and put them back in. I use this as a catch-all kind of, pull them out, swish it around, put it back in, done. So I'm going to show you guys, I will have already, rinsed these off on the video. I will have already, filled this basket. I'll show you guys putting it into that rear chamber. And then the rest is just up to nature. You don't have to do anything beyond that other than making sure that you perform some maintenance on these. Don't let them become nitrate factories. Don't let them become a detriment within your aquarium. Make sure that they are still a benefit to you and a benefit to the creatures and the coral and everything that you have in your tank. So once again, I'm the Fish Tank Guy. Thank you guys so much for checking out this Fluval upgrade video where I focused on biofiltration media. I know that I droned on and I talked a little bit, but a lot of people are using this aquarium as their first aquarium. So I wanted to explain a little bit as to what biofiltration media is, why you need it, and kind of the benefits that it can provide to you in your aquarium system. If you are looking to get a product such as Marine Pure Gems, I will have a link to that product in the description below. There are various other forms of biofiltration media. This is the one that I felt would work best for me based on the reviews and based on what it kind of provides. It provides a lot of biofiltration in a small space, which is what I need in that second chamber. But feel free to do a little research, read about other things out there, and see if another product might be beneficial for you guys. But definitely check this one out if you're not sure, because I'm giving it my backing. I've read a lot of good things about it, and I hope it benefits my aquarium as well. So that's all I've got to say. I will continue producing these Fluval upgrade, update, change, whatever you want to call them, videos for you guys who have the Fluval tanks. Hopefully they will be beneficial to you. Please leave your feedback below. If you've used this product and you like it, let me know. If you used it and you didn't like it, let me know. That would be beneficial too. Let me know what you did in your aquarium. Did you add more biofiltration? What did you add? Did it work? Was it helpful? All that good stuff. Love the community, love listening to you guys and getting advice from you guys. I'm not at all the know-it-all master. There are a lot of know-it-all masters in this hobby, and I wish that I could be blessed to learn from the know-it-all masters. I really wish I could, because then I would be doing everything perfectly and I would never make mistakes. I don't know, man. All right, that's all I've got until a future Fish Tank Guy video. I will see you guys soon.